We're back with Barron Guss, President and Chief Executive Officer of Hawaii's largest human resource company, ALTRES.
Are you worried at all about the whole third generation family business thing where, Stephen I.E., who came in, said his dad used to always tell him shirt sleeve to shirt sleeve, in and out. Third generation, don't screw it up. Mm-hmm. Are you worried about that at all?
Well, one of the things when your business grows to a certain size, you surround yourself with great people. I can tell you without reservation that the people I have working for me, every one of them specifically is more capable and better equipped to handle their specific job than I am. The gift that I bring is I have the ability to aggregate the whole process at ALTRES, bring it together, and guide the organization. That being said, to bring in your third generation and put them at the helm is really a disservice to those great people that you have currently in the organization that is growing it and building it. The third generation would have to come in and develop equally the skill set necessary over time to run the organization. I am also a big proponent of organizations, if you can find the right leader, sharing the organization with employees through programs like ESOPs and those kinds of things. You can still keep a family leader at the top, but it allows people to take a more equity position, and I believe organizations can grow that way as well.
ALTRES has a really long history of giving back to the community as something that they truly believe in. Is this something that your father developed or something that you both developed together?
Great question. My dad definitely led by example in that area. I remember at a young age I saw him very involved in various community programs. The first one I remember, he was a board member on the John Howard Association, and which was appropriate and befitting. John Howard used to take people that maybe were in the prison system and helped rehabilitate them and bring them into the working community. And at ALTRES Labor Services, we'd help those people find their first jobs back into the community. Next, I saw him put a lot of energy and time into PACT, Parents and Children Together. I remember the first time I was asked to be on a board. I spoke to my dad about it. He says, it's a great thing. It's time for you to do it. What you need to do is join the board, sit back and watch and see how things work and listen. Through an evolution of time, business people always get asked to be, you want to be get things done, ask a busy person, right? You guys all familiar with that concept. At some point, you'll be asked to be on more boards than you can physically do a great job for. I think that's just a little bit of an evolution. At some point, you will find the causes, you will find the boards you choose to work on, and you'll want to make a difference. I was on a number of boards. I've always been one of those people, based on what we've talked about, I always do what I say I'm going to do. As a result, I would work relentlessly for each board, for each cause, for each initiative. I'm getting a little tired, just like everybody. But the point is, I've chosen specifically a few causes that I'm going to put my heart into and dedicate myself to long term. Because what you also need in these boards is you need some institutional memory. You need consistency. You can't just put together a plan, a business plan, a mission statement, and expect somebody 2 years from now to know what it is and follow it through. You need a board that's been there for 10 years, 8 years, whatever it may be. So I personally have chosen the Academy of Pacific School as the board. I chair that board currently. We have a lot of initiatives that we're putting in place, reorganizing, a campus redevelopment, and I want to see some of those things through. And the only way that can happen is for me to lead it and be there for quite a while.
How are you involving your employees and having them share in the philosophy of getting involved and giving back to the community?
We support a number of initiatives in the community. We have followed on some of my father's loves, like PACT, and so we still participate in Kids Day, where my whole company rallies on the corner of Kapiolani Boulevard and Ward Avenue. We sell newspapers on behalf of PACT. We do a blood drive every quarter with Blood Bank of Hawaii. We have the Bloodmobile come down to Kapiolani, and not only do we have our own employees participate, but we go out scouting the neighborhood, and we try to bring in employees from other businesses, and we make our facility available for that as well. Currently, the most recent thing we've done is in Hawaii, we have the Extreme Home Makeover Program. And so Hawaii ALTRES has donated an extensive amount of labor to unload trucks and building materials for that project, as well as provide security for that. Our own employees as well have been volunteering over the last months to provide aid to them as well. So I'm all for that, and I will continue to do that. It's a wonderful thing.
ALTRES, as a PEO company, has, thousands under payroll?
As an employer of record, we have about 5,000 people we employ in the community.
Do you ever go into that 5,000 people and try to see how you can get them involved, or is it primarily with the core staff at ALTRES?
Well, we do directly and indirectly. What we plan in the future to create the ALTRES Foundation, and this will be a program where that base of employees, as well as the client companies that utilize our services, will be able to participate in this. I have a firm belief that small businesses want to participate in the community. They want to give, they just don't necessarily know how. And amazingly enough, people really aren't asked that much to participate. As you all know, a lot of people would help if they were just asked. So with the ALTRES Foundation, we will develop a nucleus of our customer base and their employees, and not only will we be asking them to contribute, but we're going to be asking them to sit on the board of the foundation and help direct where those monies go into the community.
Thanks for joining us today on Greater Good Radio. For more information or a transcript of today's show, please visit us online at greatergoodradio.com. This is your host, Evan Leong and Carrie Leong, saying please join us next time for another episode of Greater Good Radio, Hawaii.